All right, let's talk about it. The 2026 World Cup is coming to North America, and you can already feel the energy. We're going to see fans from all over the world flocking to cities from Vancouver all the way down to Mexico City. But the real question is, what happens between the matches? Today, we're giving you the ultimate insider's playbook to experience these cities like you actually live there and turn a great World Cup trip into a truly unforgettable adventure.
So you did it. You've got the golden tickets, your flights are probably booked, but now what? What's your actual game plan for all that downtime between the games? You could just follow the huge crowds, or you could do something way, way better.
Look, this is the choice every single traveler faces. On one side, you've got the crowded tourist path. It's predictable, you're standing in long lines, and let's be honest, it can be kind of exhausting. But on the other side, you've got the insider's route. This is where you find the real heart and soul of a city, and that's the path we're taking today.
First up in the playbook, finding those secret views. Every single host city has these iconic skylines, right? But the absolute best spots to see them are almost never the most famous ones. It's all about changing your perspective. Here's a pro tip. Just pull up a map, look for a local park with a little bit of elevation just outside the main downtown chaos. That's usually where you strike gold.
So our first move is a classic, but we're doing it with a twist. We are going to get some altitude, but we are absolutely skipping those packed, overpriced observation decks. Let's use San Francisco as an example. While everybody else is crowding up Twin Peaks, insiders know to head over to a smaller spot like Tank Hill. And just like the quote says, you get one of the best views and sunsets in the entire city, but you get it without those hordes of tourists. It's that one simple detour that lands you $1 million view for free.
But finding a secret view isn't just about climbing up. You know, sometimes the most powerful, most dramatic perspective is actually found by looking up from way down below. This is a perfect example. Down at Fort Point in San Francisco, you can literally stand directly underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, can you even imagine that photo? It's a completely different feeling. It's powerful, it's dramatic, and it's a perspective that most visitors totally miss. So the takeaway here is pretty simple. Explore high, but also explore low.
All right, let's move on to our second strategy. And trust me, this one is a delicious one, tasting the local flavor. Food is, hands down, the fastest way to really connect with a city's culture. But you gotta know where to look to find the real deal.
Case in point, the legendary Philly cheesesteak. Of course it's an icon, but if you just go to the most famous tourist trap, are you getting the best one? No way, not even close.
Okay, let's really break this down. At D'Alessandro's, which is the local's choice, the meat is chopped up super fine. That lets the cheese just melt into every single little nook and cranny. The onions, perfectly caramelized. Now compare that to the tourist spot, where the cheese just kind of slides off the back of a slapped-together sandwich. See? It's the small details that make all the difference.
And this strategy works in every single host city. Take Houston, you've got incredible options. Just skip the big chains and go to a place like Hugo's for authentic Tex-Mex, or Killen's for some absolutely life-changing BBQ. Heading to a match in Boston, the real pro move is to grab a fresh lobster roll in the historic North End before the game. Okay, for our final strategy, we're gonna get a little weird. It's time to discover a city's quirky side. These are those unique, kind of offbeat spots that really give a place its character, and let's be real, make for the best stories when you get home.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever listened to an instrument that is literally being played by the ocean? Because in San Francisco, you actually can. This thing is called the wave organ. It's a sculpture built right into the shoreline, and as the tide comes in and out, these pipes create this incredible, gurgling, deep music. It's part art, part science, and a completely unique experience that is totally free and comes with a great view of the bay.
So, we've gone from ocean music to, how about a real-life castle completely hidden in the middle of the city?
Check this out. San Francisco's Albion Castle. It is a 6-story stone castle built more than 140 years ago. But here's the wild part. It's on private property, so it is completely invisible from the street. It is a secret so deep that most locals don't even know it exists. Now that is an insider find.
All right, one more for you. What if I told you that one of the most vibrant surf scenes in the entire country isn't in California or Hawaii, but in Queens, New York?
Yep, welcome to the Rockaways. Just picture this. You ride the subway out with your surfboard, you catch a few waves, and then you grab a classic New York slice of pizza. It's this amazing collision of city life and surf culture, and it completely shatters the stereotype of what a New York City experience is supposed to be. So, we've covered the mindset, find the secret views, taste the real local flavor, and discover those quirky spots. Now, let's get down to business and turn this playbook into a concrete game plan for your trip.
Here are 3 simple, actionable steps. First, master the public transit system. It is the most stress-free way to get to the stadiums, period. Second, get there early and stay late. You'll beat the worst of the traffic and you get to soak in the full atmosphere. And third, explore the area around the venue itself. Places like Patriot Place in Foxborough are whole entertainment hubs. The bottom line is, a little bit of planning goes a very long way.
Because in the end, the match itself is just 90 minutes. The rest of your trip, that's an open field. By choosing the insider's route, you're not just a spectator at a game, you're an explorer in a new city. So the only question left is, what will you discover?